Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill? You're putting in the work. You're doing all the things you're supposed to do, but you're not actually going anywhere. That was my life for years. I was stuck in a cycle of feeling overwhelmed, underinspired. Blah. The spark, the excitement, the joy, that was for other people, not me. I told myself a story, and I believed it. Then one day a friend asked me a question that shattered everything. But when was the last time you felt good while doing something? Not after, but during. I had no answer. That question opened up a universe of possibilities. What if it was possible to feel good and be productive? It began my journey to understand flow, and I'm going to share this secret with you now, because you deserve to feel it too. The first thing I had to do was admit how comfortable I had become with being uncomfortable. Isn't that crazy? I was so used to feeling drained and uninspired that it felt normal. So I started small. I made a list of all the things that filled me with dread. Then I made another list, things that sparked even a tiny curiosity. I decided to dedicate just 15 minutes a day to something from the second list. It didn't have to be productive in the traditional sense. My brain screamed at me. It told me I was wasting time. Slowly but surely, something started to shift. Those 15 minutes became the best part of my day. I started to notice that time would disappear when I was engaged. I was breaking up with my comfort zone. In its place, I built a new relationship with myself, one based on curiosity, not obligation. It started to feel lighter. Next, what flow really is. What I was experiencing in those small pockets of time was a state of flow. Athletes call it being in the zone. Musicians call it being in the pocket. It's that magical state where you're so completely absorbed that everything else melts away. Your sense of self seems to vanish. Your worries fade. Even time seems to disappear. Actions feel effortless and fluid. It's the peak state of consciousness, where we feel our best and perform our best. Flow isn't reserved for elite performers. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's a state accessible to all of us, every day. Flow happens at the intersection of challenge and skill. If the task is too easy, you get bored. If it's too hard, you get anxious. Flow is the sweet spot, the Goldilocks zone. When I redesigned tasks to hit the sweet spot, my productivity soared. But the real change was internal. I felt alive again. Flow is a skill you can learn. Now, here's how to make it happen. 3 beginner-friendly steps. Before we start, grab a pen and paper and listen closely. Now, here are the 3 beginner-friendly steps I used to go from stuck to flow. I want you to try them, one at a time. First, you need a clear goal. Vague goals like work on the project create anxiety. Be uber specific. Write the 250-word introduction for the report. A single task goal tells your brain exactly where to focus. Second, eliminate distractions. This is non-negotiable. Put your phone in another room, turn off notifications. Give yourself a dedicated window, even just 20 minutes. Third, find the sweet spot. Match challenge to skill. If it's too easy, time yourself and try to beat your record. If it's too hard, break it down. Focus on the first tiny step. Set a clear goal. Eliminate distractions. Adjust the difficulty dial until it's just right. Then just do. Your inner critic quiets. You're present. You might be surprised how quickly momentum builds. Remember, clear goal, eliminate distractions, find the sweet spot. These habits let flow show up, even in small pockets. This is the starting line, not the finish line. Following these 3 steps is how you initiate the struggle phase of the flow cycle. What I shared today is the trigger, the key to unlocking peak performance. But recovery matters. How you release and rebuild determines whether flow becomes a habit. That's the part we'll complete next week. I'll walk you through the recovery and sustainable cycle next Thursday. So I have 2 things to ask of you. First, if this resonated, share this with someone you know who's stuck on their treadmill. We can lift each other up. Second, come back next week. We're going to finish what we started. We'll complete the cycle so flow becomes sustainable. Thank you for being here with me today. If we haven't met, I'm Suzanne, a niche strategist and organizing flow coach. With gratitude, this is Organization with Susie. And I'll see you soon. Please share this with someone who needs it, and stay tuned for the final stage of the flow cycle next Thursday. Thank you for watching.